Hello everyone, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm very interested in this game because I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm about 99% sure this is not all what it seems. But anyway, Yuri remains silent for a moment. But, Mist, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. What? Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that's kind of cute. Huh? Yes, I called you cute. I'm so smooth. Calling her cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Wow, Monka, thanks. Ruining our moment. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. Oh yeah, we didn't do that. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Ow! Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer if I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright! I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then slip it into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yes, I did, and, I figured out that Sayori freaking jumped at the word death. Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I'm sharing with Yuri. I can't wait! I just realized I'm like talking really loud in my house, and there's people sleeping in my house and they're hearing me doing these high-pitched voices. I'm so embarrassed. Okay, anyway. Sayori and Maka enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Maka wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Maka's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Oh, interesting. Who should I show my poem to first? Yuri! Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. Oh, so this is the moment of truth to see if she likes the poem or not. Oh. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Huh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? It's called Zilch, or, aka close to none. Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noble thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh, what does that say? Click outside of poem area to continue. Okay. Ghost under the light. Oh my gosh, I suck at reading handwriting. Something I should have mentioned. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last to get replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Claims breathing... Huh? Calms? What? Calms breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. You flicker back? Sounds like a threat. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. No, you have good handwriting. I just can't read handwriting. It took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all! I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Mist. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. I read it thoroughly! But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah! If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course! You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Mist. Ah! Me too. Oh, she's so sweet! I love her! Who should I show my poem to next? Oh, do I get to show them to everyone? I mean, Natsuki had a lot of parts that she liked. So did Sayori. You didn't really get a meter thing for Maka, so... I don't know. Natsuki? I like doing her voice! Even though it's really high-pitched and annoying, but I love it!
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me! It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically it's not cute enough for your tastes.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. It sounds so, like, childish, like a child poem. It's good! It's a good poem, though.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it. Yeah, I like it. It's just very simplistic. But that's good.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because
everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style won't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro! I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. So she is the youngest, okay. Who should I show my poem to next? I feel like I'm doing this in the most liked character for me to the least liked. It's partially because I don't know manga that well. And Sayori seems very interesting.
That's a great poem, Mist! Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you really are a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really that into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Mist. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. She's so sweet. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah! And I'm gonna make sure that you have lots of fun here, okay? That would be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you've missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking to come out and play? Are you testing? Oh, are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. That was beautiful. I love that one. Except for the I want breakfast at the end. That was kind of like, what? Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
I realized her no sounded like Natsuki. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
But at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Maka's the best.
Ah, yeah.
The next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. I love Sayori. Well, the only option is Maka now. Hi, Mist. The easiest voice to do is Monica, yet she's my least favorite. Why have I done this way? Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. That's me. Anyway, wanna share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Mist. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Maka my poem. Great job, Mist. I was going oh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? I know! That's what I tried to go for. Writing that's all full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It could take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay! I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. But isn't that the name of the game? I have to get a girl! Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Ooh, this is long. Okay, hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction that spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scourged with the permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Oh, that sounded deep. So, what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not the right person to be asking for feedback. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yes, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep the pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Oh, that was so sweet. Phew. Well, I think I should end this episode of Doki Doki Literature Club here. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do what you want, and stay tuned for the next episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. Bye!